Dismissal is the termination of employment by an employer against the will of the employee. Though such a decision can be made by an employer for a variety of reasons, ranging from an economic downturn to performance-related problems on the part of the employee. Being fired has a strong stigma in some cultures. To be dismissed, as opposed to quitting voluntarily, is often perceived as being the employee's fault. Finding new employment may often be difficult after being fired, particularly if there is a history of being terminated from a previous job. If the reason for firing is for some serious infraction, or the employee did not keep the job very long. Job seekers will often not mention jobs that they were fired from on their resumes. Accordingly, unexplained gaps in employment are often regarded as a red flag, while the main formal term for ending someone's employment is dismissal. There are a number of colloquial or euphemistic expressions for the same action. Quote, firing is a common colloquial term in the English language, which may have originated in the 1910s at the National Cash Register Company. Other terms for dismissal are being sacked, canned, let go, ran off, axed, being given walking papers, the pink slip or one's cards, or boned. Other terms, more often used in Commonwealth countries, include to get the boot and to get the sack. Most U.S. states have adopted the at-will employment contract that allows the employer to dismiss employees without having to provide a justified reason for firing. Although the variety of court cases that have come out of at-will dismissals have made such at-will contracts ambiguous. Often, an at-will termination is handled as a layoff. Sometimes, an employee will be dismissed if an employer can find better employees than the incumbent, even if the fired employee has not technically broken any rules. This is common with probationary employees who were recently hired, but who cannot adjust to the environment of the workplace, or those who have been around for a long time, but can be replaced with a less experienced employee who can be paid a lower salary. In contrast, a dismissal in France is subjected to a just cause and a formal procedure. Some examples include conflict of interest, where the employee has done nothing wrong, but the presence of the employee on the employer's payroll may be harmful to the employer. For example, more common reasons for firing include attendance problems, insubordination, drinking alcoholic beverages or doing illegal drugs at work, or consuming the same substances before work and showing up to work while intoxicated or high, or off-job site conduct. Some fired employees may face additional consequences besides their dismissal. This may occur when the reason for the termination is a violation of criminal law, or if serious damages are caused to the employer as a result of the employee's actions. Such ex-employees may face criminal prosecution, a civil lawsuit, or a reporting to a database of those who have engaged in serious misconduct in such a position, so that the chances of ever obtaining a similar position with another employer are less likely. Some examples are a caregiver who engages in abuse, a bank teller who has stolen money from the cash drawer, or a member of law enforcement who has committed police brutality. For the most serious violations, especially when the employer's security may be at risk from the employee in question, a guard or officer may escort a fired employee from the workplace to the parking lot upon their dismissal. Such actions are often taken by government officers or large corporations that contain sensitive materials, and where the risk exists that the terminated employee may remove some of these materials or otherwise steal trade secrets in order to retaliate against the employer or use it to the advantage of a competing enterprise. Though many employers would like to get rid of their problem employees, some employers are reluctant to fire those who one would expect would be deserving of termination. There are many reasons for this, which may include, some positions may be hard to fill. This may be the case with a rare skilled position, or with certain low-wage jobs that are generally unattractive, where finding applicants is difficult. A person who has unusual skills, or who is doing a job that is considered undesirable, such as cleaning sewage from pipes, may be hard to replace. As such, a person in this position may be retained even if they have absenteeism or conduct problems. Another reason that bosses do not fire some problem employees is from a fear of retaliation. Sometimes the employer must be concerned about various types of action the former employee may take against the company, such as filing a wrongful termination suit. The terminated employee may take legal action in response to the firing. While laws vary in each country and jurisdiction, many employers keep extensive